Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to figure out the empirical formula of a compound in 4 easy steps. So to do this, I've got an exam question that you might typically see. So the question is, calculate the empirical formula of silicon oxide if 3.5 grams of silicon combines with 4 grams of oxygen. So to figure out the empirical formula, the first step is to write down the mass of each of the elements that we're working with, which in this case is silicon and oxygen. So we know we've got 3.5 grams of silicon, and we know we've got 4 grams of oxygen. Okay, so the second step is to calculate the number of moles of each of the elements we're working with. So we can do this using this formula. Moles equals mass over molar mass. So we know in this case the mass of silicon is 3.5 grams. And I know the molar mass is 28.1. And I know that because I've looked at the mass number of silicon in my periodic table. Okay, so if I divide 3.5 by 28.1, I get 0.1245555, which I can simplify to 0.125. Now if I divide the mass of oxygen, which was 4, by the molar mass, which I know is 16 from looking at my periodic table, I get 0.25. Okay, so my third step is to find the mole ratio. And to do this, I'm going to see which amount of moles out of both elements is the smallest. So here I could see 0.125 is smaller than 0.25. So I'm going to divide each of these amounts by 0.125. So you always divide it by the smaller amount. So 0.125 divided by 0.125 is, of course, 1. And 0.25 divided by 0.125 is, of course, 2. So my empirical formula, the last step, is to just put this together. So I've got 1 silicon and I've got 2 oxygens. And that is my empirical formula.